Hello everyone, in this video we will be covering a Vedic Mathematics tutorial on multiplication. If you have not seen the last video, it was about vulgar fractions such as 1 over 19, 1 over 29, 1 over 39. Let us begin. So let's look at a preliminary example such as 23 times 11. In the normal method, we would do something like this. And then we would get the answer such as 253 for this problem. In Vedic maths, we try to make the method much shorter and much quicker by using a formula known as vertically and crosswise. This formula is generally used for multiplication for Vedic mathematics and makes it much simpler. So let me try and show you how vertically and crosswise is applied. So let us take an example such as 23 and times 11, and let me convert it into variables such as a b times cd, so I can better represent how to do it. Well, the first step is b times d. The second step is a times d plus b times c. Now, this can sometimes involve carryovers, but we'll look at that in the next example. So continuing on to the last step, which is 3, we do a times c. Now let's apply this for the example 23 times 11. So if we get 23 times 11, we do b times d as seen above here, which is 3 times 1, which is 3. And keep in mind that we work leftwards, so from right to left. So b times d is 3. A times d, which is 2 times 1, plus 3 times 1 is 5. And a and times c is 2. So we get our answer 253. Lo and behold, it's the same as the one that we did before. And once this concept sticks in your head, it becomes much easier. Now keeping this in mind, let me just erase it to make more space. Let me try and work out a problem that involves carryovers. So, for example, 33 times 23. So here we have 3 times 3, which is basically the first step. B times d is 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 times 3, which is 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. So over here, we put the 5 here and the carryover for the next step. And the next step is, of course, 3 times 2 is 6. And like we do for all carryovers, we add it. So 6 plus 1, which is 7. So our answer is as simple as that, 759. We can get it much quicker with Vedic mathematics than the normal method. Now, what do we do for 3-digit numbers? Well, 3-digit numbers are basically the same, with the same logic, but with a little bit more complexity in it. So for example, let me write this in variables again. So ABC times times DEF. And keep in mind that these are singular digits and not different numbers multiplying with each other. So the first step, as we did before, is C times F, which is going vertically down. The second step is B times F plus C times E. And this will go like that. The third step, which can be a little harder, but it's very simple if you do it with practice and you continue to do this a lot. So the third step is C times D plus a times f plus b times e, where we will be multiplying, where we will be adding 3 times. So something like this. Fourth step will involve us multiplying a times e, then adding it to b times d. And the last step is, of course, a times d. As you can see, we work from left to right. So using this, let's try working on a simple example such as 121 times 103. So let's look at this. So our first step is c times f, 1 times 3, which is 3, b times f plus c times e, which is 2 times 3 is equal to 6, plus 1 times 0 equals 0, so this will be 6. Then the third step, which is a little harder, but it's not that hard if you look at it closely. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 times 1 is 1, plus 2 times 0 is 0. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So next step is step 4, which is 1 times 0 plus 2 times 1, which is of course 2, because 0 times 1 is 0. And the last step is 1 times 1, which is 1. Now you can see how easy this is and how easily done this is. If this is done again and again, it will become easier and easier. Now let me work on an example that involves carryovers, like we did before. So suppose we take a little harder sum, such as 312 times 116. So over here, we start with the carryovers from the first step. So 2 times 6 is 12, and we put the carryover for the next step over here. So then we do 6 times 1, which is 6, plus 2 times 1, which is 2, plus that carryover, because carryovers are always added. So 8 plus 1 is 9. Let me write that down here. The next step will be a little complex, so please bear with me and try paying attention to what I do. So 6 times 3, which is 18, plus 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 1 times 1. And that will give us 21. So we have 1. We put the 2 carryover for the next step. And the next step is 1 times 3 plus 1 times 1 plus 2, which is carryover. So that will give us 6. And the last step is 3 times 1, which is 3. Now you can see how easy that was. Even with the carryovers, it was much quicker than the normal method. Now please do not get confused by the carryovers, because the carryovers are just supposed to be added for the next step. So this is all I'm going to cover in this video, where we looked at 2-digit and 3-digit multiplication. And this can work with 4-digit multiplication, but there are more steps that are needed. We work with the same logic as we did before, and it can get more complicated, so I won't focus on it. But I want to give two examples that you can do at home. One of them will be easy and one of them will be a challenge. So let's look at this. So 323 times 216. That'll be the first example that I want you guys to solve at home. And the next problem is a 4-digit times 4-digit. Please try to work this out. If not, I'll try showing you the steps. So okay. So if you want to do this by yourself, then please go ahead. If not, then please stick around. I will show you guys how to do this question. It's the same logic as before, but I won't be showing a carryover question because the logic is the same as before. So let's look at this. 2,311 times 1001. Now the logic is really the same in this question. We just have some more steps. So here what we do is we do 1 times 1, which is 1. 1 times 1, which is 1, plus 1 times 0, which is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Plus 1 times 0 plus 1 times 0 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. Plus 1 times 1 is 3. Plus 0 plus 0, so it'll be 3. Then we keep on doing, we just do the mirror image for the left side again. So 2 times 0 plus 1 times 1 plus 3 times 0, which will give us 1. Then we do 2 times 0 plus 3 times 1, which is 3. And 2 times 1, which is 2. As you can see, we work with the same logic by doing vertical and crosswise methods, and the problem comes as the answer comes as this. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned how to do multiplication. In the next video, I'll be covering division. Thank you very much. Goodbye.